So let's get started. So there is a small class today. So and because of that, what I'll do is I'll take all of your questions if you have any like specific ones. So send it in the chat and then I'm happy to go through them. Okay.
Bruh.
Send one question at a time. It'll just be easier. And then I'll only be taking one question per person at a time as well. Hello, guys. Do you want to send your questions in?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, starting with 22 and 23. All right, question number 22. Chris had a trick deck of cards that did not have an equal number of suits of the four suits: clubs, diamonds, hearts, and spades. Chris chose 12 cards at random from the deck of the 52 playing cards and found that there were 6 hearts. Chris concluded that the probability of choosing the heart is what? So, do you guys remember? Yep.
I do not think this is the mock exam. I don't remember doing these questions.
This was the mock exam.
I don't remember doing these questions though.
Could you grab your mock exam and tell me what question you have?
I didn't have my mock exam with me. I'm in Sydney.
Oh, right. Okay. So how did you do your mock exam?
Oh, I did my mock exam in Perth, but for the holidays, I'm in Sydney.
Okay, right. This was the mock exam. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure what you're referring to there.
Because
Yeah.
when I did questions 22 and 23, they were completely different questions.
Do you remember what they were?
No, not exactly. I just remember these 2 questions I did need help with.
I see. Okay. I'm not sure I can help there.
No, my booklet and these are the questions.
Yeah, this was the final test. The only difference was for the Monday class, the names were different for the Monday class because I hadn't like finalized the names in the questions. And then for the Monday students, you had 2 extra questions here.
What about the Thursday class?
Yeah, Thursday class, this was the test.
Andy said that while we were in the middle of the mock exam, he did a final copy.
Sorry, what?
When what about the Thursday class? Because and when we were doing the mock exam, Andy said that you had just sent the final copy, so we didn't do the final copy either.
Yes, so what I'm saying is it's the exact same. The only difference is you guys had 2 extra questions and then the names were different.
The questions are the same. I just
Yeah.
checked in my book.
Yeah, they are the same.
Melvin,
All right, so I'm going to go on to the next question. So that's by Aditi, question number 10. What I'll do for you there is if you can, when you get back to Perth, if you can send me a photo for all of your booklet, maybe we can go from there. Question number 10, let's take a look. Okay. Janet and Sebastian are running for the 2040 election. To be president, you need 2/3 of the vote. After a fierce election campaign directed by Gabriel, and Janet received 3 votes for every 2 votes Sebastian got. How many more votes would Janet need to win if there were 1,000 voters? Okay, so with this question, the first thing we need to do is, I'm just going to rub this out, and then we'll go from there. So basically, actually, should I rub it out? No, I think I'll keep it like this, and then I'll go do this. Okay, So as a solution, we've written down here, notes it says we need 2/3 of 1,000 votes to win. Do you understand that, Aditi?
Yes.
Okay, so 2/3 of the total 1,000 voters would be 2/3 multiplied by 1,000, which is 667. So if Janet has to win, she needs to secure a total of 667 votes. Now, we know that Janet got 3 votes for every 2 votes that Sebastian got. Do you understand?
Yes.
So what that means is that the ratio here, if we were to write it out, which color was this? All right, doesn't matter. Let's use this. Janet got 3 votes for every 2 that Sebastian got. Now, Aditi, what's the lowest number of votes we need for this sort of ratio to happen? Can we split it this way if we had 2 votes?
Yes.
Well, if we have 2 votes, we can give Janet 2 votes, but then Sebastian will get 0 votes. It doesn't work like that. We can do 1-1, but that's not 3-2. And we can do 0-2. That wouldn't work as well. So can we do it with 2 votes?
Yes.
No, we can't. So we need a minimum of 5 votes because Janet has to get the first 3 and then Sebastian can get the next 2. Do you understand?
Yes.
And then to continue doing this, we will need, for example, at least then 10 votes so that Janet can get 6. Oops. So that Janet can get 6 and then Sebastian can get 4. Then it will be 9 vote. 9 and then 6. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It moves in a ratio like this. So from that, what we can tell is that essentially that we can split this up into parts of 5, where Janet will always get 3 out of 5 of the votes, and Sebastian will get 2 out of the 5 votes. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So now we know that Janet had gotten 3 out of the 5 votes. So 3 out of 5 out of 1,000 is equal to 600 votes. Remember, we found that Janet needs 6. Sorry? Hello? Okay, so we know that Janet needs 667 votes, right? And right now she has 600 votes. So to win, she needs 67 more votes. Do you understand, Aditi?
Now I understand. Thank you.
Melvin,
somebody
Melvin,
is screen sharing. His name is Melvin.
You understand this?
Melvin, could you please just stay there for like 2 seconds? I need to like copy this down.
Okay. Yeah, but Aditi, do you understand?
Excuse me, Melvin.
Aditi, are you there?
Do you have the answer sheet?
1 second, Zainab. I'll just do one at a time. Aditi, are you there? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay, do you understand?
Yes. Thank
Are you
you.
sure? Okay, you're welcome. All right, Zainab, what do you mean by answer?
Like if there was like a paper that you have with all the answers on it? Online.
Oh, you mean like the answer key, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. We'll be sending that out soon.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, let me take a look at the next question. It was
Melvin.
Wait,
yes.
Here,
just wait.
Sorry.
Could you just wait there, Melvin?
Yeah. If you could you take a screenshot?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. Just 1 second.
All right, next is
Done.
Kapish, question number 21. So Kapish, is it this question?
Yep.
All right, awesome. Let's take a look. So A rectangle field has an area of 300 meters squared and a perimeter of 80 meters. What is the length of the field if it is 3 times as long as its width? So we know that the length, as you can see here, this distance here, is 3 times this width here. And that area is 300 meters squared. Perimeter is 80 meters squared. And the length is 3 times width. So that's all the information the text has given us that we've written down here. Do you understand? Kapish?
Yep.
Awesome. So, Kapish, what's the equation for the area of a rectangle or a square?
Length times width.
Good man. So area is length times width. And we know that length is 300 meters. And that length has to be 3 times W. And then width is W. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. And then what's 3W times W?
3W.
Yeah, so what's 3W is basically, if you were to rewrite this, this is the same as 3 multiplied by W multiplied by W. And what is this the same as, Kapish? It is 3W squared. Do you understand that?
Yep.
All right. So we know that 300 is equal to 3W squared. Now we get rid of this 3 here, move it to the other side. What does it become? W squared is equal to 100. Do you know why we did that?
Because it's asking area.
Yeah. But do you know how this how W squared became 100?
Wait, you got me confused.
All right, good. I'll ask you now. I'll show it to you now. So we have 300 is equal to 3W squared. Do you understand how I got this line?
Yes.
Yeah, good man. So remember what I showed you here? 3W squared is the same as 3 multiplied by W. Now, in algebra, we said letters on one side, numbers on the other side. So I'm going to move this number to the other side. And that is, so right now, and the rule number 2 was when you move something to the other side, you do the opposite. So 3 multiplied by W becomes divided by 3, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So we have 300 divided by 3 is equal to W squared. Do you get that?
Yes.
Awesome. So let me bring this down. Okay, 2. Now, 300 divided by 3, what's that, Kapish?
100.
Good man. And that's where we got W squared is equal to 100. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
And what number multiplied by itself will give you 100, Kapish?
10.
And that's why W is equal to 10. Do you understand?
Yep. Thank you.
So from there, we know that the length is 3 times the width. So 3 times 10 is?
30.
Good man. You understand?
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, next question by Yogita is question number 23. So Yogita, is it this question?
Yes.
Tetrahedral dice have 4 faces that are congruent equilateral triangles. In a game, 2 tetrahedral dice with the numbers 1 to 4 on their face are thrown together. To win the game, you must get a different score on each of the 2 dice. What is the probability of winning? All right. So first thing first is we need to know, like an easier way to figure it out is figuring out what's the probability of getting 2 of the same numbers and then subtracting that away. Do you understand?
I don't really get what you mean by that.
Okay, so basically in this question, right? In this question it's saying, what is the probability of winning? And the only way you win is by not throwing the same number twice. Do you get it?
Okay.
An easier example is if I were to show it to you here, it's kind of like this. Let's just say you have a normal dice. And what do the numbers go in a dice, Yogita?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Good girl. Now, basically, you will lose if you throw in a game of dice. Essentially, you will lose if you throw a roll of 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 5 and 5, 6 and 6. Do you understand?
Yes.
Awesome. So basically, this question is saying is, what's the probability of winning? So now my question is, Yogita, to find the probability of winning, all you have to do is take one whole and subtract the probability of you losing. Do you understand?
Okay.
So how many different ways are there to lose if it's a normal dice?
6.
Good. And so we have, six possibilities, right? Now the next question is, how many different ways can you throw at, how many different possible answers can you get if you throw a two-sided dice?
Well,
Is it 12?
I don't know.
No. So way to kind of figure it out is kind of like this. So you could get, so for example, you could get 1, 1. You could get, actually another way is like this. You get 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. Do you see that, Yogita?
Yes.
And then in the next one, you could do 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6. Do you get that?
Yes.
And then that basically means is that you can get 6 possibilities, which each of the numbers. So 1 can give you 6 possibilities, 2 can give you 6 combinations, 3 can give you 6, 4 can give you 6, 5 can give you 6, and 6 can give you 6. And what is the total number of possible combinations that you'll have? Will you then have, sorry.
I still don't get
36.
6.
36. Right?
Oh, okay.
Do you get it?
Because times 6 by 6.
So the probability of losing is 6, because there's 6 possibilities, over 6, 36, which is 1 over 6. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So now we do the same thing with our 4-sided square. So I'm going to rub this out really quickly. So in the 4-sided dice that we have 2 of them. And what's the probability of losing? So we could get 1, 1, we get 2, 2, we get 3, 3, and 4, 4. Right, Yogita?
Yeah.
And then the total number of possibilities we could have is 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, and 1, 4. And then we have 2, 3, 4. So 4 possibilities, 4 possibilities, 4 possibilities, 4 possibilities. How many total do we have?
24.
4 times 4 is 24.
No.
16.
Good girl, 16. So the total number of possibilities is 16. And the total number of combinations where you could lose is?
4.
Good girl. 4. 4 over 16, which is 1 over 4. So the probability of losing is equal to 1 over 4. So what is the prob of winning? What's the
1 out of
probability?
4.
No, Yogita. So if I lose 1 out of 4 times, then I'll win how many times?
12.
Yep, 12 over 36, which is?
3 out of 4.
1 into 3.
3 out of 4.
Excuse me.
Yes?
12 over 36 isn't 3 out of 4.
Oh, sorry, we didn't do the math correctly. It's not 12 over 36. It's 12 over 16. I was thinking about the previous dice. Right. Okay. I'm not sure if you just said Eshe, Mainak, but if you were to disturb the class like that in the future, we will kick you out, okay? Because I don't want disturbances in the class. We're here to learn. Okay, but do you understand that, Yogita?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the notes on the question from the previous teacher. If you'd like to take a photo of it, you can screenshot it now, and then I'll go to the next question.
Okay.
So Aaron, you sent me a few questions. Which one would you like me to do first?
I'd like you to do question 7.
7. All right, let's do it. Okay. Oh, look. Oh, by the way, this is what I meant in the finalized mock exam. The only difference is I tried to include a lot of your names, or as many of your names as I could. So Kapish, you got a feature in this question. Did you notice it? Did you get this test, or did you get the old one?
I believe we all got the old one.
Okay.
No,
So
I
you
didn't get this one.
You didn't get this one? Aw. But
I
yeah,
got
so
this one.
this was the like half of the students. Well, actually not half. About the first 50 copies were the old paper, and then the remaining about like 200 copies were the new paper. Okay. Kapish and Singh developed a satellite system and want to target a cell tower at coordinates 2, 2. What are the coordinates of the cell tower if it is translated 2 units up and 5 units left and reflected across the x-axis? So let's take a look.
Melvin.
Yeah, yeah.
My teacher told me the answer, and it was C.
It's not C.
I got A.
We'll take a look. If you got A, then you're correct. Would you like me to still do this question or move on?
You can move
Wait,
on.
actually, let me just double check. Maybe it's not correct. So, oh no, this is not correct. The answer should be C. Let me just double check. So it goes 2 units up, 5 units left, and then it translates across the x-axis. Yeah, it reflects across the x-axis, and it should be -3, -4. No, the answer is C.
Okay.
I don't know why this was circle. Like, I think they forgot the last step.
Okay. Can you do this, please?
Would you want to do it?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So we start off here at 2, 2. Do you see that, Aaron?
Yeah, I see that.
And then it goes up 2 points. And then what's the new coordinates now?
It is 2, 4. Oh wait,
So
no. Yeah, 2, 4.
2, 4. And then it goes 5 units left and it becomes?
-3, 4.
All right, awesome. And now, if you remember, this is your x-axis. So this line here.
Yeah.
So do you remember back in primary school, you guys did those paintings, like the butterfly paintings,
Yeah.
where you paint one half and then you fold the paper and then the butterfly will magically double? That's exactly what happens when you reflect. So you fold across this line where this dot comes exactly here. Do you understand?
Yes.
So it stays at this -3, but then instead of being +4, it becomes -4. Do you understand? Awesome. All good?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Melvin,
Next.
is it -3, -4?
It is -3, -4.
I got that right. Melvin.
Yep.
Question. Shouldn't we still be in primary school now?
Oh, sorry, you guys are. One of the things is I keep forgetting like how like smart you guys are, but at the same time how young you guys are. Like one of the like when you guys come to Loyola, you guys learn so much and you guys learn so fast that it's crazy how ahead you guys are compared to other kids in primary school or even secondary school. Like, you know how you guys can do like simple algebra now, right?
Yeah.
I know kids in year 9 and year 10 who can't do what you guys can do. Or even, for example, let's take a look at this question. Remember this probability question that we just did?
Yes.
Like most kids won't be able to do this sort of question or even understand it. So one of the craziest things we noticed is when we have our year 6 program, we base it off the year 6 and year 7 curriculum. And at first, like when I developed it, I was like, oh, this is going to be super hard. Like, are the kids going to be able to cope it? Are we going too fast? And I was really worried. But then within like a terms classes, we realized that the kids are just so smart from, especially like if you've been doing GATE with us, they're just so ahead that, you know, it's just too easy. But yeah, so that because of that, I always forget you guys are in your primary school still. You guys are very quick learners. Okay, next question is Harsha, question 7 and 15. Which one would you like me to do? Oh, we just did 7, so should I do 15? Harsha? Going once, going twice.
Yes.
15?
Yeah.
All right, let's do 15. Okay. Joseph prepared 787 ads for mailing. To prepare each ad, it takes her about, oh, see, that's a silly mistake. The previous question had a girl's name, and then we changed it to Joseph, and now it's, yeah, that should be his. About 7 seconds to put each ad into an envelope, and 8 seconds to seal and stamp it into the envelope. What is the closest to the total amount of time, excuse me, it takes to prepare, it takes Joseph to prepare the ads? So this question, an easy way to think about it is, it will take 7 seconds plus 8 seconds to do the thing, right? So that's a total of 15 seconds per advertisement. And then there is 787, but we can round it up to 1,000 because it's asking for us the closest amount. So 1,000 multiplied by 15 is equal to?
15,000.
There you go. Do you understand, Harsha?
Yes.
All right. Next. Kipish, thank you for asking me. I'm feeling much better now. I'm feeling like most of my wounds are kind of healed. So for those of you who don't know, I fell off a motorbike 3 days ago.
Hope you quickly recover.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Next, Harin, question 18. This one, Harin?
Yes, that one.
Machine fills 150 bottles of water every 6 minutes. How many minutes will it take the machine to fill 2,000 water bottles? So it's kind of like this. Okay, well, it's shown to us in this graph here, but basically 150 bottles will give you, it takes 6 minutes. 2,000 bottles will give you what? Or another way I like to kind of show it to you guys is kind of like this. 15 bottles takes 6 minutes. 2,000 bottles is X number of minutes. So basically to find that out, you just go 15 to 2,000. How do you, what do you multiply by 15 to give you 2,000? Any idea?
1,200.
15 so 2,000 divided by 15 is how much? It's not 1,200.
133.34.
So it's
Okay.
about 133 and then a third. So what you do is on the other side as well, you multiply by 133 and a third. Oh, by the way, I made an error, guys. Nobody spotted it. Can anyone tell? 1 second, someone's on my door. Let me open the door really quickly and see if you can spot my mistake. All right.
Is it the 3? The 3.
He's gone to go open the door. He's not here.
He's making his head.
In the canopy. It's the 3.
Oh, sorry.
He got the extra 2.
What question
What's
do we
6
have
times
to find it on?
133? What's 6 times 133?
6 times 133.
2.34 point.
The size of your mom.
6 times 786 something. Yeah, I'll calculate it.
$798.
Thank you. So the answer should be like 2,000 over 798 or something.
Which question do we have to find the typo in? I forgot. There's no one here.
No, oh, there is people here.
X equals 6
There's actually
times 133.
22 people here.
Yes, 22.
Where's Melvin?
Okay.
He's answering someone. He's
Oh,
opening.
okay.
Again, guys.
Went to the door.
What do we do?
Find the typo.
Work out the question. What do you think you're supposed to do?
We found the typo.
He wants us to find the typo in the question. He made an error and he wants us to find out what it is while he opens the door.
What's the question
We
then?
meant to
What
make-
number?
We meant to
Wait.
find out the mistake.
You have to
What
find
question
the
number do you have to find it in?
Wait, I don't think there's a
What question
Um,
number?
there's no error in
18
the
is
text.
C.
There
Hey,
is.
There's
the
no
three.
error.
There is. There is an error.
There is.
What question?
In the typo, like there's a typo in the
18,
question.
19.
Question 19.
All right.
18.
All right.
Question
Come on, guys. Come on.
The three.
Boys and girls, come on, let's behave. Okay, I'm back. So, did anyone spot what the error was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the error?
So the X is
But
supposed to
in
be
the ratio, you wrote 15 instead of 150.
Perfect. That's it. So that's where I made the mistake. So it was 150 bottles will fill up in 6 minutes. So how long does it take 2,000 bottles is X minutes. So how many times does 150 go into 2,000?
133.333.
Nope. It's about 13 and a third times. Okay. Do you
What's
understand?
the question again?
Mhm.
So I said, how many times does 150 go into 2,000? It's 13 and a third. Do you guys understand how that works?
yeah.
All right, it's just simple division. So if you multiply the left side by 13 and a third, you have to do the same thing to the other side. So 6 multiplied by 13 and a third. So 13 multiplied by 6 is equal to what?
798.
Sorry?
78.
798.
Is, oh, sorry, I made an error. 6 times 3 is 8. 6 times 1, 18, and then 1 goes there. 6 times 1 is
78.
6 plus 1.
7.
7.
Yeah. Awesome. And what's 1/3 of 6?
What does that mean?
2.
2. When you add them together, you get 80. So it takes 80 minutes to do the 2,000 bottles.
Melvin.
Yep.
Why don't you just simplify it till it's only one bottle and multiply it by 2,000?
You can do that as well. So you can go that way. Let me show that to you. So you can do the exact same thing. All you have to do is just do 150 is equal to 6. What's one bottle is equal to what? And then what's 2,000 bottles? So this is divided by 150, divided by 150. And then this is multiplied by 2,000, multiplied by 2,000, like that. All right. Next question. Let's see. After Haran, we have question number 14 by Pranat. Oh, by the way, Jake, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about this other person. Oh, it was you, Jake. Okay. You changed your name. Why?
Well, that's so at school, most kids call me that. So I changed it.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. All right. So Jake, sorry, not Jake. You have question 27. I'll come to that after Pranat's question number 14. So question number 14
Okay.
is Hayden sold beans at a rate of $5 per kilogram, brought them at $3 per kilo, and bought them at $3 per kilogram. If he sold 56.5 kilograms of beans, how much profit did he make? So first thing you do is you just find out the cost, which is 56.5 multiplied by 3 is equal to what?
What did he say?
56.5 multiplied by 3 is equal to what? 5 times 3 is? Actually, Ardra's method is much easier. Here's an
Is it 169.5?
but with a much faster way is we know that he makes $5 for every kilo, and his cost is $3 per kilo, right? So how much profit does he make in between for every kilo?
$2.
Exactly. $2, right?
Two.
So just do 56.5 multiplied by 2, and that will give you the profit. And that is 113. Do you guys understand?
Yes.
Awesome. Next question number 27 from Jake. Residential buildings are increasingly using solar energy rather than fossil fuels for electricity. Which of the following best explains this decision? So this one, it doesn't really require the question itself. Well, you should, sorry, I accidentally hit one of my, so I have a bunch of little cuts on my hand from the accident. So I accidentally just hit it on the table. That's why I said, ow. Okay. So for this question, you should look at the question just to see how they all compare. So the first one is, okay, so which of the following explains best, this decision best?
I'm just gonna get my booklet.
All right, wait for Jake. Whoa, we have a Jedi. The Jedi turned off his camera. All right, did you get it?
Yep.
All right, awesome. So let's take a look. In this, how do they all compare? Fossil fuels are super low in renewability, while solar is very high in renewability. And then in in energy density, fossil fuels are high, solar energy is low. And then environmental impact, so solar is super low. Oh, sorry. Solar is super low. It's kind of efficient, while fossil fuels are slightly more efficient, but it has a huge negative impact. So for this one, now, although the other ones, for example, we know that it's definitely not A because it doesn't have a higher impact. We could say it's B. It has a lower impact, environmental impact. Solar energy is more efficient. That is incorrect. Solar energy is not more efficient. Fossil fuels are less renewable. That's correct. And none of the above. So which one is the most correct? The reason we would say the answer is D is because, again, what is the reason why we choose, for example, fossil fuels in general in our society over, why are we stepping away from fossil fuels? Most of us, the world, pretty much all the countries around the world have recognized that fossil fuels, one, have a negative environmental impact, but two, they're not renewable. Once you use it up, it takes, centuries for it to renew itself, that we can, get access to more of it. And that's why we're shifting more to solar energy and other forms of energy. Do you guys understand?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Next, Harren, question number 9. Marcus is playing 10 games at the World Cup. His scoring average is 1.5 goals per game. He has 5 more games left. How many goals will he need to score to bring his average up to 3 goals per game? So, in the first 10 games, if his average is 1.5 goals, how many goals has he scored? It's 1.5 multiplied by 10. Do you understand?
Yes.
And that'll give you 15 goals so far. Do you understand?
Yep.
And then if he plays 5 more games, then he will have played a total of 15 games. So that'll be 3 times 15, which is 45 goals if he needs to bring his average up. Do you understand, Harren?
Yep.
So in the next 3 games, how many goals does he need to score, Harren?
45 take away 15, which is 30.
Good man. Do you understand?
Yep.
And if he needs to score 30 goals in the next 5 games, he'll need to average how many goals?
6 goals.
Good man. You understand?
Thank you.
Awesome. Question number 35 from Karthik. So Karthik, was this the question number 35 you had?
Yeah.
Or slightly different?
The same.
The same. What approximate percentage of Gilbert's income is spent on simply paying off his loan? So remember in the question it says EMI, this whole chunk here is the interest payment on Gilbert's loan. So basically, what percentage is simply spent on paying off his loan? Now, looking at this question, we know that's pretty much half, correct? But is it more than half or less than one half? Exactly less than one half or more than one half?
More than one half.
More.
More than one half, right? So because of that, for example, if this is the exact half, we know that it can't be 45, it can't be 25. Does this look like 90%?
No.
No, does it look like 70%?
No.
No.
So that's why we chose 55% by simply just looking at it. You understand?
Okay. I see what you mean. I thought it was all just calculations, not looking at
So again, so it's really like you have to like be a bit smart about it. You can do the calculations and you'll find it something like 52%, something like that. I'm not exactly sure what the exact number is, but by looking at the question, do you see how it's very, very close to 55%?
Yeah.
That's how you do it much faster.
Okay.
All right. So that's all the questions you guys have sent to me that I've answered. Is there any more questions you would like me to go through?
Can you go through 28?
Uh-huh. Awesome, we can. If
28.
there's-
22.
Okay. So compared with
no.
energy. All right. The rest of you guys, if you could send it in the chat, that'd be appreciated. Okay. All right. So compared with the energy sources with low energy density, so low energy density and low environmental impact, energy sources with high energy density and high environmental impact can be distinguished because of their relatively. All right. So what does that mean? So basically it's saying if you compare energies with low energy density and low energy impact. So taking a look at the density and environment impact. Okay. So let's take a look at this chart again. Oops. So which energy sources have low energy density? Solar, wind, and we might say these two, but they're not really, like, we don't know, it's half, right?
Yeah.
And then low environmental impact. Which ones have low environmental impact? Hydro, wind, solar, correct?
Yep.
And then we'll cut this off as the middle point. So these are a bit iffy. And then we look at high energy density and high environmental impact. So high energy density is fossil fuels and hydro. Oh, oops, I'll use a different color. Fossil fuels and hydro. And then high environmental impact is just fossil fuel, right? Now, what can we see in like a relationship between them two?
Fossil fuels.
Yeah, fossil fuel is the most common one between these two. Hydro is kind of an outlier. And from that, what we can tell is that, what we can tell is that when you have a higher energy density and a higher environmental impact, they're usually low in renewability. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because, for example, looking at fossil fuel, is it low in efficiency?
Sorry.
Is it low in efficiency?
Yeah.
Sorry?
No.
No, sorry. No, it's
No,
high.
it's not. Yeah, it's high efficiency. It's not low efficiency. Is it high renewability?
No.
Is it none of the above? No. So it has, and then between high efficiency and low renewability, I would say since we have hydro in this one as well, right? Hydro as well. And then hydro is high in efficiency and so is fossil fuels. I think the answer should be B. The relationship is that as they go higher, their energy efficiency goes higher as well. So good. Thanks for bringing this question up. The answer should be high efficiency. The reason is, in terms of high energy density, we have fossil fuels and hydro. And then when you go to the environmental impact, we have high fossil fuels. And then hydro is a bit iffy. But one thing that they both do have common is they're both high energy efficient and they're high in energy efficiency. What they don't have in common is environmental impact and renewability. You understand? Yes, Jake?
Can I ask you a question? Next week, do we have a revision class?
No, we don't.
Okay.
Well, as of now, I don't think so. There isn't.
Do we have an online class?
We might. So I haven't finalized the dates for the holiday workshop. So some of you guys will get a link to join the holiday workshop.
I mean the holiday workshop.
Yeah. So once that's finalized, we'll be emailing your parents.
Okay, thanks.
Can we
Jace?
do
22.
Jace?
can we do more questions with percentages?
One second, boys. You can't speak when someone else is speaking. So Jace, what were you saying?
So on the Zoom session, will we be
And
doing the thing that you send us?
Oh, in the holiday classes, are you saying? Or
Yeah, holiday.
yes, we'll be going through the sessions that are planned out. Yeah.
It's me.
can
Yes.
we do more percentage questions
Today,
now?
now.
Yeah, if there are any more.
Yes. If you were to send it in the chat, I will go through whichever questions you want.
Okay.
Melvin?
1 second. So Kapish, you wouldn't need to screenshot this. This is a bit easy, right? It's just looking at the question and figuring it out. Next, we have 22 from Harsha. By the way, I know a few people were asking me questions like over the microphone. If you send it in the chat, I'll get to your questions, okay? So question number 22 from Harsha. This question, we've already done this. Oh, wait, we haven't done this, right? So question number 22. Basically, we have a set of cards and they're not exactly evenly distributed. There's random, like, so there's more clubs or more diamonds or more hearts or more spades than the others. It's not an equal number. So Chris chose 12 cards from the deck, 12 random cards, and out of them, 6 were hearts. So what does that tell us? It tells us that exactly half of the total deck is
Hearts?
That's right. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Awesome. Next we have Sushma, question number 6. This one here.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me take a look at the previous one. Okay. Kush is a mathematical phenom and wants to beat the casino. He knows he can win if he gets 3 heads in a row. What is the probability of Kush winning? Okay. And then what if Patel wants to trick him and says he will win if he rolls the same number 3 times in a row? It's in dice throw. What is the probability of winning now? So as you can see here, there's a total of 6 times 6 times 6 or 216 possibilities of winning. If you roll those dice 3 times, the probability of getting the same number in a row is 1/6 multiplied by 1/6 multiplied by 1/6. Do you know why that is?
No.
It's because, let's just say you have to choose one of the numbers, right? So what are the different numbers we can get?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah. So for example, the total number of numbers we get is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, correct?
Mhm.
Now, what are the different possibilities of a movement? It has to be 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now, what is the probability of getting Harren, I'll just mute you for a second. Now, what is the probability of him getting a 1, in the first dice roll, what's the problem of him getting a 1? It is 1/6. Do you understand? Hello?
Oh, sorry, you muted me. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, that's correct.
And then in the next dice roll, what's the probability of him getting a 1 again?
1 out of 6.
Good man. And then in the third one, what's the probability of getting a one again?
1 out of 6.
1 out of 6.
Right. So the probability of getting the same number 3 times in a row is 1 over 216. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yep. So
Now
I
here's
did
the thing. Here's the
6.
thing. You could have, but and the thing is, the reason this is not the exact probability is because you could have 6 different numbers. You could have one that we could do it like, you know, it could be 1 1 1. It could be 2 2 2. It could be 3 3 3. It could be 4 4 4, 5 5 5, 6 6 6. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So because of that, we can just do 1 over 216 plus 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 1 over 216, and that gives you 6 over 216. You
Okay.
understand?
Yeah.
Simplified, it makes 1 out of 36.
There you go. Do you understand?
Yeah, but my teacher said that it was all of them.
It isn't all of them, because 1 out of 36 is not 3 out of 36, and it's not 3 out of 216, and it's not 1 over 64. It is 2 over 64 because that simplified is 1 over 36.
Yeah.
My teacher also said all the answers were correct.
My teacher too.
That's incorrect, guys. There's only option D. I think maybe I've given them the wrong answer sheet, because last year we made an error with this question and then we corrected it for you guys this term. This year. So this was the correct question, and the answers are correct as well. So it's only D. You can only get it correct if you got D.
Yeah, I still got it.
All right. Next, all right. Next is 21. We've already done 21, so I'm not going to go through that again. If you want, you can take a screenshot of it. And yeah, that seems like all the questions. If you guys have no other questions, we can end early. But if you have any more questions you'd like me to do, feel free to send it in the chat.
Melvin,
All right, 31. Yeah.
I have a question that's not about this, but about the holiday thing.
Go for it.
What do we do in the holiday workshop?
So we have 4 or 5 topics, I think, that we're going to do. So we have understanding and using algebra. So I'm just going to go through algebra again. How to stand out from the rest in creative writing. So, you know, creative writing with the creativity section.
Yeah.
For the metaphors and things like that, just going through that again.
Okay.
Then going through mapping in abstract reasoning.
Mhm.
Then I'm going to teach you another trick about how pretty much all the abstract reasoning questions are the same 10 questions coming up again and again and again. So we'll go through that. We'll go through ratios, and then we'll end off with interpretive writing. So the order might be a bit different, but that's the main topics we want to go through.
Okay.
Melvin,
Yeah.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
So, in the GATE test for creative writing, can we
Yeah.
do a poem instead of a narrative?
You can do anything you like.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ben, when are we going to get our GATE results?
So you'll get the GATE results next year in about June, I believe, or slightly early.
I'm talking about the test like we did yesterday, the test that we did yesterday.
You mean last week?
Pardon?
Do you mean last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it back yesterday, like this week.
I did not get it.
Like, did you correct your example class?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
But I did not get my percentage.
Yeah, you just calculate it. So if you got 10 questions correct out of 35, you just do 10 divided by 35, and that'll give you a percentage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Anyways,
10 divided by 35 times 100.
there you go. That'll give you the exact percentage number. But the method I showed you will give you the decimal, which is, you know, pretty easy to calculate percentage from there.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. So question number 31, Gilbert savings form what approximate percentage of his actual expenditure? So the actual expenditure, if you add them all up, all these numbers up, it'll give you 90,000, and his savings is 17 out of that. Now, listen, this question, this number should have been made slightly easier. This numbers wasn't very good. The teacher who was supposed to edit these maths questions, they shouldn't have done that. But basically, if you were stuck, what I would have recommended, an easy way to kind of figure this out is kind of like this. You do all the adding up first and you get, so for example, right now you could do this. You could do 17 over 70,000, and you could do something like, simplify these three, and then you're 177 over 90,000, or you could just say that's the same as 200 over 900, and then cancel that more. So 2 over 9, and what's that equal to? But another faster way you could do it is by looking at these percentages and seeing what they would be out of 90,000. So what's 10% of 90,000? That'll be 9,000. What's 20% of 90,000? That'll be
1,800.
Sorry, 18,000.
Yeah.
Sorry, 1,800. My bad. I'm being silly. Wait, is it? No, I'm not being silly, right?
No, it's 18,000.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
18,000. Oh, I thought I was losing my brains for a second. So 18,000 is very close to 17,700, right?
So
it's
it's basically trial and error as well.
No. That'll be the fastest way of doing it, in my opinion. You could do
Okay.
this. This is just too slow. You understand?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so that's it. Do you guys have any more questions? Send it in the chat. Otherwise, have an amazing 2 weeks of holidays.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye. Thank you.